Well, hello everybody and welcome to this week's reflection. As always, hope you're going all right wherever you may be around the world and that find you in good spirits, whether it's coping with the winter or enjoying some summer sunshine. In this week's Gospel of Mark chapter 5, there are two stories. And they're interwoven to help give a richness and an understanding to each. The first is of a 12-year-old girl who is very ill and in fact dies during the telling of the story. Her father comes to Jesus. He's a minor official in a small town, so in one sense not a great deal of power involved, and yet still as a leader in that community he throws himself in the dirt at Jesus' feet and says, "You can make my child well." Jesus says, "Do not fear, only have faith." At the end of the story, the child actually dies, and Jesus and the three disciples go to her, and Jesus' words in Aramaic, "Talitha kum," little girl, rise, restores her to her family, and then he orders them to give her something to eat. But in between Jairus' plea and Jesus' healing, there's another story of an old woman who's been bleeding for 12 years. She has done everything that she could do. It hasn't worked. She's waited patiently for doctors, for healing, for restoration. But because of her condition, she was considered highly impure and therefore could not, for 12 years, participate in her community's rituals, rites, and convocations. She believes that by touching Jesus' cloak, she can be healed. She respects the fact that if she confronts him face to face, that would make Jesus impure too. And when she touches her cloak, the healing happens from within. This journey from fear to faith is an interesting one for all of us. Our fears are real. And as I say to people, you don't have to believe in God, but if you don't believe in God, you've got to believe in something to help us move forward, to help us journey forward in life. And faith, in a sense, is powerless in and of itself. However, through our scriptural traditions, this faith, and especially in our Christian tradition, this faith is the conduit where Jesus' power makes healing absolutely possible. I think this is the first truth. The second one, and let me go to my notes for this one, is that the life-giving power of God is breaking into the world in the daily experiences of normal people in Mark's Gospel. And therefore the life-giving power of God can also, through faith, break into our own lives and help rescue, restore, and renew. So this week, as you walk through the world, trust the faith within you, that it can tell fear to disappear and bring healing and wholeness where there is brokenness or a need for something more in our lives. Wish you well, and I'll see you again soon.